Well, I want to wish everyone out there a happy new year. It's January 3rd here today. And on New Year's Eve, here in my part of southwest Wisconsin, we got about 5 inches of light, fluffy snow. And it's not going to last very long because temperatures are supposed to be into the 40s in a couple of days. It's about what's in the mid 30s now. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day here. And the cows are here at home. You might remember I did a couple of videos in November about putting the cows into some corn stalks and cornfields up on the ridge from here. And the cows spent pretty much the entire month of November up on the hill eating corn stalks. I had some round bales set down here, and they were free to come and go as they wanted to. And they came down every once in a while and nibbled on a few hay bales, but for the most part, they spent the entire month of December up on the hill eating corn stalks, which makes me very happy. It really will really stretch out my bale supply. So today I'm heading up to the barn. Going to be doing a few things in there. I've got the pellet stove going in here, and it's quite comfortable. So what I'm going to be doing today, among other things, I've got the heater and air conditioner unit out of my 76 Ford F150. Going to be taking that apart today, cleaning it up, and installing the new heater core, which I received just the other day. I don't know, I was thinking about leaving the evaporator out, the AC evaporator, but I don't know, it's really, it's not hurting anything. I think I'll clean it up and leave it back in there. Tape off the hoses, seal the hoses, seal the pipes up, and it'll be there in case I ever get a wild hair and decide I wanted to put AC on that truck. The main thing I want to get the heater core in there so I actually have heat and defrosters and get everything working. Also, I've got the core support here. I think I'm going to weld up some of the spots on that got a little bit rusted out. I think I'll patch that up a little bit. Also, I've got my wood splitter in here. It needs a little attention. I've had this for about 25 years or so. I used to burn wood in my house, and of course I've always burned wood up in the big shop. I don't burn a lot anymore. Of course I've got the wood pellet stove in here, and I have a wood pellet stove in my house now. And the little 5-horse Briggs on here is just about worn out. It's getting pretty tired. If I did a lot of wood anymore, I would think about repowering it, but I don't know how much I'm going to be using it. So, but anyway, the cylinder on this, every once in a while, starts leaking here. You can see where I've welded it before, and every time it starts leaking, I weld it, and it never leaks where I welded it. It always kind of keeps working its way around. Now there's a place on the bottom that the cylinder is leaking, so I'll have to stand it up and weld it again. I guess maybe I should just weld around the whole thing, but yeah, I'll just weld it up where it's leaking. It'll be all right. Another thing I have to do, probably not today, but someday, I've got the new tires to put on the front of the four-wheeler there. And the big tire there is a spare tire from my round bale carrier. I need to put a tube in that. I've also got some tires, new tires there for my flatbed trailer that need to go on sometime. Of course, the new tires for the front of the four-wheeler are sitting up there against the wall. Oh, one other little project I need to do in here sometime. I've got this old Homelite Super XL chainsaw. This belonged to my father. It's been sitting in a shed for like 15 years or so. Compression isn't great on it. It doesn't want to start right now. And so I've ordered a new piston and ring set for it. That new piston and ring kit's only $35 for this thing online. So I've got that ordered, and I've got a carb kit ordered for it. So I don't really need this thing very badly, but it bothers me to have it sitting around and not working. So I'm going to get it working. I'll probably use it, be able to use it on a few things. So that's some of the things I'm working on. So right now I'm going to start tearing apart this AC and heater unit off my truck. We've got the old heater core out. It sits back in there in this housing here, and we've got the door there that directs air through the heater core there, or through the air conditioning condenser there. One thing I did notice, these two connectors here lead me to believe that the blower motor has been changed out at one time on this thing. Apparently at some point before I got it, so that's good. So now let's see if I can get the new one in there. New heater core is in, and it seems to fit reasonably well. Like the new one I put in my F600, this one is aluminum, but that one seems to work okay, and I expect this one will also. So now we'll put the evaporator in. We've got the heater and AC unit all back together again with the new heater core in it. So this is ready to put back in the truck. So I think I'll move on to the core support now. Okay, I've got some of the rusty parts ground off, and I don't really have a plan for how to do this. I've got some steel, some small square tubing, and some sheet metal. I figure I'll just weld some stuff back on there in place, and whatever strength I can add to it is probably good. Well, I assume I improved the structural integrity of this thing. It makes me feel like I did anyway, so I think I'll call that good. There's just a small hole over on that side to patch, so I'll finish that. And yeah, it's starting to get kind of late, so I'll wrap this up and then call it good enough. So until next time, have a good day.